Tandem Nomads, episode 199. One of the biggest challenges of solo entrepreneurs is solitude, feeling isolated. In this episode, you will learn what you need to do as a solo entrepreneur to be able to thrive in your journey. Hello, Nomad Nation. Welcome to Tandem Nomads, the podcast show and entrepreneurship platform where you can find great inspiration and tips to grow a successful, portable business and thrive in your global nomadic life. This is your host, Emel Dedeghi. I'm a business and marketing coach and the founder of Tandem Nomads. I am so excited to share with you this first episode of the year 2021. In fact, as we air this episode, we are just barely starting with the month of January, and I want to take this opportunity to wish you an amazing new year. But no matter if you are listening to this episode at the beginning of 21 or any other time, this episode is definitely very timely. In fact, I was thinking, what is it that I want to wish you? What is it that I want for you this year? And I realized it's something that you should as well look for as you grow your business. And it has a lot to do with one of the major challenge that I've heard so many solo entrepreneurs talk about. So what is it that solo entrepreneurs need to thrive? In order to thrive in your journey as a solo entrepreneur, you need to build your community. Going solo does not mean doing it alone. Instead, if you want to thrive in your journey as a solo entrepreneur, you need to build that community of people around you who help you not only in your business, but as well as all the different areas of your life. That is why in this episode, I will share with you how you can build your army, your community, your board of directors to support you in your growth. That's in fact what one of my mentors told me many years ago. He said, no matter how big your business, you need to build your board of directors. By that, he meant connections, friendships, mentors around me to help me in my growth, in my personal growth and my business growth. And he was so right. The more I grow in my journey, the more I realize that we cannot dissociate our private life from our business. However, we can be very mindful of how we balance both in order to make sure that we thrive in our personal lives and our businesses. But we also make sure that this journey is not a lonely journey. You need to make sure to surround yourself with the right people in order to stay inspired, in order to stay motivated, and to continue to be creative and find the resources you need to keep growing and achieving your dreams. And that is what I wish for you. So I will share today how you can build this community of people around you and make sure to not be solo in your solo entrepreneurial journey. Speaking of which, and before I go any further, I have a big announcement for you. So if you've been looking to grow a successful portable business and you've been struggling to figure out the right marketing strategies for you and to build consistency in your business, and most importantly, to attract clients and generate consistent revenue, stay tuned, Nomad Nation, because I have something big for you. If you've been paying attention to the previous episodes, I have been subtly mentioning the Portable Business Accelerator Program. So the Portable Business Accelerator Program is an online course that I have been developing in the past months with my founding members. And it has been just an amazing experience to see the learning and the results they're getting from it, as well as the community that they have built through this program and the support system and inspiration that the members are bringing to each other. So this is a very timely episode to let you know that very soon I will be launching officially this course that's called the Portable Business Accelerator, where you will learn how to implement the 3C system that I teach all my clients to grow a successful business. With the Portable Business Accelerator, you will have the A to Z implementation plan through an online course that will show you step by step how to do that. And on top of it, you will have access to this amazing community that is behind the Portable Business Accelerator. So in fact, you will not be alone anymore. If you are interested to learn more about this online course, but as well as my whole 3C system that you can already start trying out, make sure to download my free guidebook on the show notes of this episode. Go to tandemnomads.com/199 and you will find your workbook and all the information about the Portable Business Accelerator. But that's not it. I have another big announcement and I'm so excited about this one too. So in the past years, I have been working with many clients on one-on-one coaching sessions. And I've learned so much about what stops people from getting results and growing. And one of the things that I've noticed as well with my clients is that very often those who are determined to get results very often keep coming back and keep working with me one session after the other until we get to work with each other for sometimes even over a year. Because the more you grow in your business, the more the challenges are bigger and the more support you need to be able to keep getting to the next level. And this has given me the idea of launching my first 1-year coaching program. For 1 year, I will be your business partner, supporting you every single step of the way. And with this coaching program, you will automatically get access to the course, but also have me by your side to give you tailored advice and tailored support that's specific to the needs of your business and your specific situation. In fact, you won't be alone anymore wondering what to do. I will be by your side to answer your questions, to build a strategy with you, and to help you throughout the implementation of your strategy and also adjusting, pivoting according to what happens along the way. However, there's a caveat here. I will only be able to take a handful of clients for this 1-year program. In fact, I want to be fully committed to your business during that whole year, and that is why I will be very strategic in choosing just a handful of clients to be able to focus on your business and support you. So if you are determined to make your business a priority this year and you really want to make sure that nothing stops you along the way and that you have somebody by your side to guide you every step of the way, then make sure to apply as soon as possible. The best way to do so is to download the guidebook on the show notes of this episode and respond to that email to request your free assessment session. In fact, I will offer you a free assessment session to analyze where you are in your business, answer your questions, and provide you with all the information you need to evaluate if I'm the right fit for you. So go to tandemnomads.com/199 and download the workbook to get all the information about the Portable Business Accelerator course and this 1-year coaching program to help you take your business to the next level. I can't wait to hear from you. All right, let's now dig into our topic of today, how to make sure to not make your solo entrepreneurial journey a solo journey. And as I said before, it's all about building the right community and the right board of directors around you so that you can find all the inspiration and support and truly feel like this is not a solo journey. This is a business that's surrounded with peers and with supporters and critical people around you that will help you grow. This is truly essential to any entrepreneur, be it a solo entrepreneur or even a CEO of a big corporate companies. You will study, if you make some research online, find how many of the most famous CEOs around the world are surrounded with an army of people to support them in growing in their journey. And this is not something that should be exclusive to the big CEOs. This is actually something to focus on even more proactively if you are a small business owner. And on top of it, this should be even more your priority if you're living a global nomadic life. We all know as global nomads that it's sometimes really hard to find that sense of home and sense of connection and keep those connections when we move from a country to another. It is going to be very important that you build your tribe around your business that is sustainable and that is stable along your journey and along your moves. So this is really important that you be intentional about it as you choose the friends you surround yourself and the business peers you surround yourselves with. But also the way you communicate with your close friends and your own family. So before I go into the 4 areas where you need to build your tribe and your community as a solo entrepreneur, I first want to give you some guidance on how to make sure to spend the necessary time and be very strategic about how to search for the right people. In fact, I want you to understand that although it is imperative to build your community and tribe, know that this is not something that might happen from a day to another. You want to be consistent with that search and always keep it in your mind as you grow your network and as you grow in your journey. But the first step is to really be intentional about searching for the places where you can find like-minded people. By like-minded people, I mean, first of all, as a person, as a global nomad, and in your industry as well. So for that, you will need to do some research in your industry, but as well in your surroundings, in your community, and your network. So, for example, in my case, I have one of the biggest platform for me that has been so helpful to me as a human being, as a global nomad, and as a business entrepreneur to really thrive was to be part of this organization called Families in Global Transition, FIGT. If you listen to this podcast show on a regular basis, you must have heard me talk about this so many times. But I do want you to see how this has impacted me to find my peers, to find my tribe of like-minded people to whom I can go to whenever I have either a business topic or a personal topic to discuss. I know that I can find in this community a pool of experts, but also of friends, of people who care, who will be there to support me as much as I want to be there to support them. Which is something very important to focus on, by the way, that if you want to build a tribe around you, you also need to be intentional about being there for your tribe. And it is an exchange. It's not a one-way street, obviously. For it to work, you need to be willing to as well give. Which leads me to the fact that I will share in the show notes of this episode an amazing book called The Go-Giver from Bob Burg. I have interviewed the author of this book on the show, and I will link it in the show notes of this episode, tandemnomads.com/199. So how to search for it? First of all, you can search it online by doing your research in your industry. For example, look at what are the associations, the organizations that exist where peers of your industry get together to exchange and support each other. I will also put the link of FIGT if you're a global nomad. In fact, Families in Global Transition is an amazing platform that brings together so many great minds and experts of the global nomadic topics, starting from third culture kids, international schooling, expert partners issues and challenges with their careers, to psychology, mental health, researchers, sociologists. It's an amazing platform that also brings together the simple humanity of belonging to a world where no matter where we come from, we share so much more than things that divide us. And for that reason, this place has been just an amazing place to be part of with amazing people. So I highly recommend you to check it out and join the membership, as well as the conference that will take place in March 2021. I highly recommend you to join our virtual summit. That will actually be an amazing way to actually have a taste of what it is like to be part of this community. All right, so first of all, do the research, and I just gave you some tips here of places you can go, but also ask questions. Learn from other people's experiences. Don't hesitate to constantly be curious and ask people about their journeys. Keep learning from other people's experiences and be curious. Ask constant questions about how people are doing it around you, and that will help you find some resources and ideas. Finally, when you have a specific topic, then ask for specific referrals and recommendations. Don't try to figure out on your own. That's the thing. You might not know what's the right place to find the certain things, but maybe there's somebody around you who knows. So the more people you ask to, the more chances you will find some places for you to start building that tribe. What thing that might happen as you start asking questions and trying to find these type of resources and places to connect, I always recommend you to take the time to study your options. Take the time to test out things. You don't have to commit fully right away or be afraid of testing things out without knowing if this is the right place to commit to. But you want to give it a little bit of time to know this is the right place for you. But at some point, you just need to make a decision and a commitment and give it a little bit of time for you to do it. And I think that's the one thing that makes a lot of people don't take action, is because they're not sure, is this the right platform for me? Is this the right person to connect with? You will not know if you don't try it out. So just try it out. Once you have started gathering some resources, try it out and you'll see where it will lead you. So, in a nutshell, my big message to you here to get started with this topic is be curious and be open-minded. That's the prerequisite for you to find your people. Now, you might ask me, okay, what kind of people should I look for? All right, so here are the 4 areas where you need to be intentional at looking for the right people and build your community as well as your support system. So the first one is in your home, the second one is in your body, the third one is in your soul, and the fourth is in your business. As you can see here, it's not only about business. For you to thrive as a solo entrepreneur, you need to take care of all the other areas of your life. So let me break these 4 areas down for you. First, in your home. So in your home, we talk a lot on Tandem Nomads podcast show, the importance to build your support system. If you're a parent, especially now if you're working from home, you won't be able to juggle it all if, because you work from home, you're supposed to take care of everything. This cannot be it. This won't help you be able to thrive. So have those conversations in your family, with your partner, but as well as if you have children, with your children, in setting some boundaries, but as well as simply asking help and explaining exactly what do you need. Include your family in your support system. That is so, so important. Then your friends. Look at your friends. Who are the friends you can ask help for? Who are the friends that you know can support you and give you a little support to be able to either free some time or give you some feedback, even in your business? So think about that. And finally, when that's not enough, that's what it comes the time to invest. Most of the time, when you invest money in your business, but also in your private life to be able to make your time more valuable, that's when you start seeing momentum happenings in your business. And I've seen so many of my clients suddenly see so much happening in their business when they started to delegate some of the cleaning at home, the babysitting, even if they worked from home. For example, a client of mine had decided to have a babysitter who would come at home while she needs to work, although she's at home. So this has made a huge difference and a huge impact. So for you to be able to make that investment, most often if you're in a partnership, you will have to have that conversation with your partner and be very clear about why this is important for you to invest in the help you need at home. Second, in your body. So this one is really important. I have experienced that from my own side. I have to be very honest. I have had an amazing journey as an entrepreneur, but I've often have given up on my own physical and mental health because I was too busy in my business. And this is one thing that I've been very committed in the last couple of years to get the support, but also to be intentional about my physical health and my mental health. So in that area, you also want to have in your board of directors some expert who will help you with maintaining your physical health and your mental health. So make sure to, while you grow your community, pay attention to who are those doctors that you can maybe keep in touch with as you live on the move. Or even if you don't live on the move, make sure that you have the right set of specialists and doctors around you, and ideally a family doctor who will help you whenever there is any kind of small thing that's happening that you can call and just say, hey, can I just check this with you? I have done this year and it made a huge difference. It had helped me realize that some of the little things that are not that important indeed, just talking about them can open up so much space for actually a better health and a better self-care. So well-being and self-care is a huge pillar to your business, and you need to build that community or that tribe of doctors and specialists around you to help you. But don't also underestimate the importance of mental health. I really recommend that if you struggle with any kind of anxiety or depression, or even things that are not that big, just small things that might stop you on your business, get the help of either a therapist or a mindset coach or something like that that can help you deal with it. Mindset and mental health is everything to the success of an entrepreneur. If you don't have your mindset in the right place, and if your body and your mind are not in the right place, it's going to be so hard for you to get where you want to be. So make sure to build that tribe of experts around you to take care of your well-being. And I have a quick recommendation for you. If you are looking for a therapist, for instance, and don't know where to look, I highly recommend to check out the Expat Nest website, where they have a whole network of therapists from different backgrounds and languages. So this could be for you a place to start for your search. So check it out in the show notes of this episode. I will put the link on tandemnomads.com/199. Then the third area is your soul. I love this part because I think that our soul transpires in our businesses, in our relationships with our clients. So it's really important that you surround yourself with people who help you to nourish your soul. So what do I mean in your soul? First of all, is by nourishing your spirit. In nourishing your spirit, that can obviously be with spirituality, no matter if you are religious or not. Taking care of your spirituality can really help you really feel mindful and grounded. And actually, this is making me think I will as well share with you two experts in my FIGT community who have been so inspiring in watching in how they help us with their resources with mindfulness, for example. So I'll share that with you in the show notes of this episode. Big shout out to Jody Harris from World Tree Coaching, where she teaches mindfulness to expats and helps them feel home from within. I really recommend you to check her out, as well as Caroline Pars-Rizzo, who teaches also mindfulness and yoga. She has some very interesting concepts around yoga that I highly recommend you to check out, and her company is called Interval Life Coach. So check these out on tandemnomads.com/199. So what I mean by that is that spirituality might feel like a very lonely journey, but if you surround yourself with a positive people who inspire you with your spirituality, be it through your beliefs, religious beliefs, but also with your creativity, with the inspiration and even fun that they bring around you, then surround yourself with those people. Stick to them, build that relationship with them, support them, be there for them as well. Because if you have people around you who nourish your soul and your spirit, you will be in a much better spirit indeed. Also, I invite you to nourish your friendships. One of the things that happens as a business grows is the lack of time to maintain those friendships. So you will need at some point to think about, okay, who are those people with whom you really want to be intentional with your friendships, so that you can as well have other areas of your life that bring you joy. And this is something that's really difficult to do, especially if you live an expat life, in a global nomadic life. Even with family, sometimes it becomes so hard to build that connection. So, and if you want some resources there, or how to learn to really keep up with your connections and be intentional, I highly recommend you to join my greatest friend Sunday's Bean podcast show and Facebook group called Expats on Purpose. So I will put the link as well there. That will as well help you connect with other people, like-minded people, and find some great resources in that area as well, on top of many amazing areas where Sunday Bean is a fabulous coach that helps so many people transform their lives. And the third part with the soul, when I say in your soul, it goes back to what I was saying at the beginning, is to make sure to connect with like-minded people. I mentioned to you before FIGT. FIGT nourishes my soul because I'm surrounded with people who are like-minded and who help me as well, challenge me as well. Like-minded doesn't mean that you're not being challenged, but at least that you share the same values and that you are feeling supported and loved in this community. This is very important. And talking about your soul, and that goes as well with your body and mental health, at some point, if you feel like you're struggling to feel grounded, to feel happy, as simple as that, to feel energized, then I highly recommend you to invest in your personal development and your mindset growth by, for example, getting a coach who helps you with maybe some of the limiting beliefs you might have, or a coach that helps you manage your spirituality better, or simply a mindfulness expert who can guide you, or maybe just a yoga teacher who helps you find some peace and quiet in your mind. This can indeed look very differently from a person to another. So you need to also search deep in you. What is it that you need to be able to thrive and not feel lonely anymore in this journey and in your soul? Now let's go to the fourth part, your business. Create your tribe around your business. And this is a big one, and it's a very important one as well. Solo entrepreneurship, again, is not about being solo. You need to have a team around you. Even if it's not in your business, you need to have a network around you and your business to be able to thrive and never feel lonely. The ideal is to have a community where you can pick up the phone or the email whenever you have a question, whenever you have a doubt, whenever you're looking for something. A group of people, a community that can provide you with support, but as well as resources, ideas, feedback, etc. You should not be carrying all the burdens, all the questions that happen along the way on your own. So here are 4 types of communities that you need to build in your business. The first one is your business buddies. By that I mean people of your industry, for example, or even not, people that you agree to meet on a consistent and regular basis. It can be one person or it can be a group of people that you meet on a regular basis, in where you have a structure as well to support each other when you meet each other. This is also often called an mastermind or an accountability partner or accountability partners. For example, in my case, it has been now a year that every single Thursday at the same time, I meet with the same group of women entrepreneurs where we share our challenges, our wins, and ask for questions, ask for feedback. Every single week, we each have 15 to 20 minutes to discuss our businesses. And in between those meetings, of course, we are welcome to reach out to each other if we need support or feedback. So this is something that I think every single solo entrepreneur needs to have. By the way, in the show notes of this episode, I will share with you a whole episode that where I share exactly how to manage your masterminds. So check it out on tandemnomads.com/199. The second type of community you need in your business, and sometimes is overseen, although it's very important and probably the oldest way that people in business connected, is your business network, but also your business partners. So you need to be intentional at building your business network. You cannot underestimate this. So make sure to build your network. And for that, as I mentioned before, check out the book called The Go Giver, where you can be extremely intentional to have a network where you are giving as much as you're receiving. I do believe as well in finding partners, not necessarily in your business, but people who you can collaborate with, where you find that you have common interests, but also complementary services. For example, I mentioned various times my great partner and friend, Sunday Bean. We do two different things, but we also have some areas where we overlap, and we have found so many ways to collaborate rather than feel threatened by each other. And it has been one of the highlights in my business to have a partner with whom I could regularly build projects and do interesting stuff together. So be intentional with that as well. And the third part is your business assistants. One of the things that you will need to do as soon as possible is to start delegating. Start investing in a virtual assistant, for example, to help you free the time, but also a virtual assistant that cares about your business enough to be able to give you feedback and suggestions so that you can expand your business without having to be in your business, but rather on your business. So this is really important that very soon you start. The earlier you start, the better you will get at it. Indeed, it's not always easy to build the right team right away, but the earlier you start, the more you get experience with it, and you will know exactly what you need in your business to grow. And finally, your business mentors and business coach. I do believe that every single entrepreneur who has been committed to grow has been investing in a business coach and surrounding themselves with business mentors. These are very complementary things to each other. So business mentors are sometimes hard to find. These are people who are experienced, who are ahead of you, and who are willing to support you in your journey and to give you advice and to hop on a call if you have a question. So this will require from you exactly the same thing as I said before, and being intentional with building your network, and at some point simply asking that person that you admire, that is where you want to be, would you like to mentor me and share with me your experience? And it doesn't have to be something that requires them a lot of time. It can be just 15 minutes calls here and there. You want to negotiate the terms with them. Most often mentors are actually people who would do it for free because they want to do that. But there are some people who don't have the time and are strategic about that because they have a lot of requests, and that's when they start charging. So think about what is making sense for you, but the more mentors you have around you, the better it is, and they don't have all to carry all the burdens and all the questions. You can be strategic by having one mentor per type of topic, for example. One mentor that you think is really good at building a team, another one that's really good at selling, another one that's really good at marketing. You could figure this out, but just be intentional as you watch the community around you. Who could be those people around you? And finally, investing in a coach is definitely something that I highly recommend you. I know that I'm preaching for my church here, but I have been investing every single year in a coach or a program with a mastermind, with a professional coach to grow. And every single year, my business has been growing. And I attribute that to the whole thing that I described today, but as well as the importance of having somebody who is invested in my business to give me direct feedback, guidance, and support. And every successful entrepreneur that I have met in my journey has been investing in a coach. So here, there's a lot of work to do about money mindset, about the fear of investing. And honestly, I totally get it. I have been there too. When you just start in a business and you don't have any revenue or very little revenue, and even more, if you have been in business for a while and you're not making enough revenue, it can feel so scary to invest that money. And the truth is, you will never know 100% for sure if you will get a return on investment, because it will depend on so many parameters. And this is why it's important to do your research. But at some point, you need to take that leap of faith. Because here is the truth. The longer you will try to figure out on your own, and if you're not getting results, then your business will actually cost you more money than the investment you were to make. In fact, trying to figure this out on your own will lead you to so many mistakes and wasting so much time, energy, and money that you could have been earning instead of spending when you get the right support you need to learn how to do it right. I am actually a big fan of people who want to learn things on their own. And I do think that it's important to spend some time to learn out. Thanks to internet, we can learn so many things about how to run a business. But at some point, if you're not getting results, then it simply means that it's time for you to invest so that you can start getting results and taking your business to the next level. Most importantly, taking your business seriously. If you consider your business as a real business and not a hobby, then sooner or later, if you're not generating consistent revenue, investing in the support you need is what will help you grow and build a real business for you. But as long as you make your choice consciously and that you do your research to make sure that you have the right mentors and that you choose the right coach, make sure to do that work very diligently indeed, because not all coaches are the right fit for you. That's for sure. You don't want to put a lot of money in any type of coaching. First, make sure to know exactly what you need and do the research to figure out who is the right person for you. And for that, most coaches will also offer you to get on a call together and understand your needs and how the coach would support you. Don't hesitate to ask as many questions as you want to make sure that you have the right people. Which is the perfect time, I guess, to remind you that I'm opening my 1-year coaching program if you are ready to commit to your business and get results. So I'm happy to offer you a free assessment session where we can go through your challenges, your needs, and some strategic directions that I could recommend you. And then you can decide if this is the right fit for you. I will also, of course, answer any questions you have. So go to tandemnomads.com/199 and download the free guidebook that will also show you the system that I have created through which I guide my clients. In that email, I will be sharing with you the detailed information on how you can schedule your free assessment call. I truly hope to have the chance to talk to you and to be part of your tribe, to be part of that community that will help you take your business to the next level and thrive as a solo entrepreneur. So I hope that this episode has inspired you to be intentional about building your tribe and your community, and make sure to not make the solo entrepreneurial journey a solo journey. Just a recap, make sure to build your community and your support system in your home, in your body, in your soul, and in your business. On the show notes of this episode, you will also find all the resources that I mentioned, maybe that could help you and that you might relate to build your tribe. So check them out as well on tandemnomads.com/199. Nomad Nation, I hope that you found this episode helpful to you, and I can't wait to hear about the tribe you will be building from now on. Remember, this is not a one-time thing to do. This is something to continuously pay attention to as you move forward in your journey, and as you grow, be intentional about building this tribe. Speaking of tribe, I also invite you to join the Tandem Nomads community on our private Facebook group. This is an amazing place to connect with like-minded global nomads and solo entrepreneurs, where you can ask questions and get support and connect with other members. So make sure to check it out on Facebook. Search for Tandem Nomads group. And there, I would love to hear feedback from you on what is your biggest takeaway of today's episode. What is the first thing you will start implementing in your business to build your community? All right, I hope to meet you there, and as well as in the next episode, which will be the episode number 200, a very, very special episode. I can't wait to meet you there. In the meantime, stay tuned to turn your challenges into great opportunities.